Hello everyone and welcome to twitch.tv/CLX Gaming TV. This is CLX Foundry Live and we've got an amazing show for you today. I'm your host DJ BluePDX and with me is our entire on-screen squad. It is our lead technical expert Paul Steffens and both our master builders Hayden Hutchinson and Zack Killingsworth. Guys, congrats, guess what? We did 25,000 people. Actually, we've got even more than that right now. We've got 26.9 thousand followers to the channel, which is incredible. We've had an absolutely wonderful time building this channel up and doing this show, which I'm so excited about. Today, we've got a whole bunch of different things going on. First of all, we're still giving away codes for that beautiful PC that we built. We're excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, also over there behind Hayden is actually brought mine up, and I'm it looks so good. I love it. But first, we got codes you can get here today in the chat. You can also find them in our Discord at discord.gg/CLX Gaming. You can also check out our social media. That's YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter at CLX Gaming. Or you can pick them up over on my stream at DJ BluePDX. Plus, we've got a special gift to all of you. We've got 30 different gift subs we'll be giving out today to the channel, so you don't have to watch those pesky commercials. And we're going to be giving away 3 different $50 Amazon gift cards to go to 3 of you. So we want to say thank you so much for being here, for supporting the channel, and for helping us out, and always coming through. And we're excited to be able to help you with this. But first, we decided to do something very, very different today, and it's been a great secret to keep. But we're building something we've never built before. This is probably one of the most, I would say, unique builds that we've ever had the pleasure of doing. And I mean, I've never actually seen a physical dial, a gauge on a case, and this case is it's a banger. Yeah. So, gentlemen, what are we doing today?
So today, for our special build, we have scoured the warehouse looking for some of the oldest parts that we could find to do a build with those today. So we'll start out with the case first, because this is really cool. This is an Apevia X Cruiser 2 case. So we're doing this thing was very dusty and dirty. And it looks like at one point it was Cameron's workstation.
Thanks,
so
Cameron.
thanks, Cameron. Yeah.
Show the front of it though. Show the front of it.
Yeah.
So this actually has 3 different static gauges on it.
Yes.
These are it's bizarre. This is the X Cruiser 2 by Apevia, and it is it's the Blue 2. And these 3 gauges show the sound, your fan speed, and the temperature. So you're
Now, no guarantees that this will hook up correctly on these old systems. Some of these are just kind of weird connectors. We don't even know if this system's gonna work. So if it boots up, we can all party.
If it boots up, that's gonna be
really
cool.
So what's another cool thing with this case, so this is not only your front panel here, this swings open to give you access to your floppy disk reader, which we have an AOL floppy disk right here.
Those are still being used.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not just a save icon. This is what actually had data on them for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, we're going to see what we can do.
Look at the cup holders in there.
Yeah,
First of all,
this
I love
is your
that door.
power button right here.
You can watch all your movies.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's very blue. We've got a nice, case fan. Right
I love how they've just
Fan.
tossed that on the side, just there. Ew. Where did you find this thing?
And
This is from like 2000. This is
That's his
Yeah.
Cameron.
This is a
Cameron gave it to us.
He took good care
Oh my
of
God.
it, okay?
There's a reason I'm wearing
this is a
gloves for this
13-year-old case, by the way.
So,
Over
So we're
half
gonna get
of
to show.
Hayden.
we got our we've
That
got
fan has
volume knobs here. That's cool.
That fan has more hair than I do.
True. So,
then
I'll show you guys the parts, I guess, DJ. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
Hayden, I'll put this here for you.
That's fine.
Do you want to just do a quick run through, and then I'll go ahead and give you detail as we do it?
Sure. So we've got a Intel DH61 motherboard here. This is very old, very dusty. 1155
Green.
socket. In case you ever needed to plug in your printer, you've got your crazy, I don't even know what to call this. I forget the name of this. Whenever it's like some really big serial port here.
Your printer port, then you've got your VGA and your DVI on the back.
Yeah. So this is a DH61. So our processor for this, we've got an Intel i3 3220.
Woo!
This has 2 whole cores on it.
You can do a lot of gaming with that.
However, this has hyper-threading. This is back in the day when i3s had hyper-threading. So you got 2 cores, 4 threads, with a base speed of 3.3, except for that's not really your base speed. This was before base and boost, so it's just with a speed of 3.3.
Yes,
So-
yes, zombie. That is the original dust that came with the system.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drop
So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and put the processor in now. Since this board's so old, we don't have a cover to protect our pins. So we're just going to put that in. So hopefully this board will still work.
Just for some information, the i3 3220 processor came out in the third quarter of 2012, and its end of service was 2019. It has been discontinued for a while.
Bummer.
It is. So something to note on this motherboard here that I saw and I didn't want to clean off. If you look at our
Do you wanna
battery
clean
here, there's like a mountain of dust. Oh.
Oh my God.
I'm trying.
Jesus.
Go back to the over. There's like a mountain of dust right there. So yeah, this is some old. So we've got 8 gigs and 2 4 gig sticks of SpecTech 1600 DDR3 speed. I was pretty impressed this was DDR3 and not DDR2, to be honest with you. Uh-oh, Hayden's about to put it in backwards.
Yep, gonna put
You're
it
gonna
in
break our
backwards.
DDR3 memory.
Now there you go. Now here's a funny thing about it. So they called this PC3 12800 style RAM. This RAM is exceedingly long, exceedingly long comparatively. When you look at kind of like the RAM that we have today.
It's all green. I mean, it should be the same length. It's just the notches different. It doesn't have any heat spreaders. Yeah. So what should we do next, Zach? Let's do. It's up to you.
You tell me.
Dealer's choice. Video card. The video card's a fun one. So we've got a blazing fast.
I keep getting the dust on.
P&Y.
Yeah, it's a lot of dust. PNY GeForce GTS 450.
Yes.
This has 1,000 megabytes of memory.
Does that
It's
require
a
a
1 gig
dongle?
card.
Paul?
1 gig card. What's that?
Does that require a
Well,
dongle?
It does not. It,
doesn't even-
requires a 6-pin
What?
on that
What's
side.
a 6-pin?
Yeah, it's some weird ancient relic of
16
the
in
past.
2023.
Now I want to
Yeah.
point out that this has got 2 DVI ports on the back. That's it, right?
And a HDMI.
Wow, HDMI.
This is some
And an
next level
HDMI?
stuff, okay?
That
Yeah.
is
Oh,
a new
okay, there
gen.
it does have a little bit HDMI in there. So it says recommended gaming resolutions for this card. Okay, because this card came out in 2010. This is 13 years old. It is a 1366 by 768, 1600 by 900, or 1920 by 1080. And the 1920 by 1080 has a red box next to it as a like warning. This will push this card to its max. Wow.
Running it at 1080. That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Can we see what the 1050 Ti looks like compared to next to it?
Yeah. So, 1050 Ti right here.
Should we compare a newer card?
Yeah. You've got a newer card there.
Wow, the PCB is.
So what's funny, you know, I point out on this 1050 Ti, I point out the memory chip configuration usually when we go over this and how there's 4 gigs, 4 chips for each gig. Well, you can see on the 450 it also has 4 memory chips, but these are 250 megabytes each to make up a gig. So
My God.
And here's a 3060 Ti.
yeah, same size, you know.
Same size.
Which one would you have?
Jeez,
If you're going with the
same
blue build,
size.
you got to go with this for the blue PCB.
Yeah, if you're going for a blue build, yeah.
Yep.
If you're going for the Minecraft colors,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely a way to go.
Alrighty, so up next
Yeah.
we'll do our CPU cooler. Zach has gotten that prepped for us. So we are using an air cooler for this build, but we're not using the regular Intel air cooler. We're using this bad boy right here.
It looks like
And
a
to be honest,
reactor.
this is kind of cool. This is a Zalman LED Ultra Quiet CPU cooler, and it's definitely something I've never seen before. Paul, let's walk through what we have there. It looks like those are heat pipes.
Yes, so this is copper plate with your heat pipes running up to all these fins. Now honestly, this would still be a really good air cooler. If you're gonna go with air cooler, you want to see a lot of metal with the fins. So like, no BS, this is a good air cooler. However, this thing is really heavy. So it also came
all
with
copper.
thermal paste
Which
in
we'll be
here. Now
using.
this is very old. So what do you guys think? Should we
I
use
think
this?
we should use it.
Should we use like the 12-year-old thermal paste and
We
see
should
what happens?
try it and
Okay. Okay.
See if
We'll
it
see.
spreads.
If it even
Thermal
comes out,
grease.
it's probably just solid
powder?
Yeah.
Probably powder.
It's powder. It's
Got
goof.
super thermal grease. Hayden's got to read
Grease,
this book
lovely.
here to
I
figure
gotta
out how
read-
to
yeah,
mount
I gotta
it.
read
That's
the manual.
hilarious.
Hey, please save
Okay,
this.
I-
'cause I wanna keep
I
this.
do want to point out something. So when I was looking this up, obviously, because I want to be able to have some information for you all. There is a question from apparently from 2015 from somebody on Amazon about this air cooler, and the question is, does it come with thermal compound? Right. The answer is from some guy on the 25th in 2015, and the first answer on the list is, even if it does come with thermal paste, I would still buy more just to make sure I had enough. The one I purchased did have thermal paste with it, but it was a fairly small tube. Again, how much thermal paste are you putting on this there, Paul C. from Georgia?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, we'll use the entire syringe that they gave us on this build. We'll see.
Are you
Yeah, we'll see. They should give us a thing, but we're gonna go kind of crazy with this one. So we have a couple more parts left. We've got some case fans, power supply. We brought an extra CD drive here because we're gonna put this in the case. There's one of the ones in the case has an IDE connection, which our motherboard does not. So that's why we got an extra one of these. The only so we've got some case fans that are not RGB. I've got a couple reds and a couple blues that we found. This is from back in the day when you had to pick a color. You couldn't just have every color under the sun. And then one of the coolest aesthetic parts of this build, I've got an underglow kit for
Underglow?
this.
Just like your car.
So this was like before light strips, you would get a cold cathode light, and that's what this is. So this is actually like, this is a light bar that we will install. Now what's funny is how you plug this in is it takes up one of your expansion slot covers. So this goes in and you can turn the switch and press the button to control it.
It's like
So
that is hilarious.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this
DJW,
works.
I'm right there with you, dude.
This is
I'm
from.
right there with you. I remember this shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
dude.
Stuff.
This was cool. Back in the day, if you had this, you could get like a couple of these. I'm trying to see a date here on the box, but I mean, this is some old stuff. If you want to look it up, it's Logisys, Logisys Meteor Light Kit. It's got like a shark with a screwdriver and a computer on it. So,
Yeah. So you can show.
dang, you already pulled this out? Look, Zach, you're so fast. So Zach pulled out our IDE CD drive we were talking about. So I'll show you what that is. So this is, I'll show the SATA one first, 'cause this is what people are most familiar. So we've got our SATA connection here. Obviously we've got SATA data and SATA power. That's what you used for optical drive. Well, before that there was IDE, which is this crazy long, I mean the connector is like this long.
Yeah.
And you had to plug that into your motherboard.
That is what most of my old hard the ribbons were huge. The ribbons were so thick on those.
Yep.
It made cable management an absolute nightmare.
So this we are gonna toss in the bin. So, how's it going over there, Hayden?
It's going. Something I've never done before.
Hayden is reading the book and figuring out how to mount this to our motherboard. So, yeah, we've got we've got a 550 watt power supply that we'll be throwing in, non-modular. It looks like it was in the corner of the warehouse, which it was. This is an ultra power supply. Very dusty.
So, Raven Winged Dragon says, is there a feels old man emote? I'm only 35, but hearing y'all talk about back in the day is making me feel like I'm about to fade away into dust.
That's good.
I was in high school when the TRS-80s came out. Oh no, I was in middle school when the TRS-80s came out.
Okay.
And yeah, I graduated high school before Windows was a thing.
Oh dang. Just no way to let any light in.
Yeah. So we basically got some different connectors on here. How is this compared to a current modern air cooler?
Yeah, so honestly, this is going to be about the same. We've got our 4-pin fan connector here. This is the same connector that you would see on a modern air cooler. So honestly, this is about the same. Hayden just has to figure out how to mount it.
It's weird because it doesn't have a retention kit, like, that goes on the backside.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So how does it screw in? You just screw it to the bottom of the board?
So he's got his hardware mounted to it right now, and then we've got a whole other pile of we obviously have this back plate here. So yeah, the back plate will go on, but it's got all these different screws and stuff that will slide, and you can see it all right here in this area. So.
Oh my gosh. That seems so complicated. Yeah. Hey, hold that cooler up. Let's take a look at that one more time. Right there. Yeah, look at that thing.
So we obviously have a fan in the middle. So the idea is your heat just goes to the fins and the fan blows the heat away.
Yeah, Hayden was right when he described it as it's similar to the original Iron Man chest piece.
It's an arc reactor.
The reactor.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the arc reactor. It looks like one.
Okay.
Alrighty, so Zach's got our 2 optical drives installed in case we want to burn some CDs after this. We can make a mixtape or something. And then we've got all of our front panel connections. So I'm going to show these real quick before we get too far in. So we have our front panel connections that we do in every case. Now this is, we've got a Molex here. This weird thing. Does anybody in chat know what this thing is?
That is your temperature. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Was I not supposed to say
No,
it?
I was going to see if someone in chat knew.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, so this is to monitor your temperature. So you would stick this, I don't know, if we can go to overhead, Jason, maybe. I know, Jason, we're all over the place today with all of us. So you have this connector with like this orange piece. You would like tape this down to whatever component you wanted the temperature to monitor, and that would feed it through so you could read that. So if you want to know like your GPU temp, you would like tape this to the back of your GPU and then read the gauge. So yeah, it's just a bunch of weird connectors here. So like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to plug this all in, if our motherboard even has it, but we will, we'll see.
I can install this fan too, or the hard drive.
Yeah, okay, so Zach's going to install the front fan and the hard drive. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Look at the wiring, my gosh.
Here, we could just
Yeah, let's just pull this all out. I love that the back of the front panel's still that creamy beige or whatever color that is.
Yeah, that base plastic that everybody remembers.
Mm-hmm. This is hilarious.
Yeah, it's just the things that we did. Savas the Killer, welcome to the show.
It's just so funny because there's gonna be Zach's putting in the front fan right here, and it's just like a solid door that's over it. Like there's not gonna be very much airflow at all in the front.
I'm gonna be honest. So I'm seeing a lot of different things that we don't normally see on modern boards, or at least are maybe hidden on modern boards, like the transistors and capacitors are all just out in the open.
Yeah, so like the surface mount technology has just come so far. Like these really tall cylinders here, these are our capacitors for this motherboard. Now those are like small, almost like chips on a regular motherboard. So And what I think is kind of funny too, you see these giant white circles around the motherboard mounting holes. Like they really want you to know that's where you mount this thing.
Yeah. I think we're very, very clear about that. Now I will say that the
Yeah. Once we get them going, yeah.
So on new boards, there are 9 different standoffs, right? But here it looks like there's only 6.
Right. So this board, this would still be considered an ATX motherboard. However, back then, it's just not as long. So I'll do them like one on top of each other, I think, Jason, maybe. Maybe we can do side by side. I'm going to lay this board on top of your screws here, Hayden.
All right, you're fine.
I hope it doesn't break it.
Oh, no.
So we've got a new board. This is the board that Hayden's going to be building in the after show today. So this just shows you, these are both like ATX boards. This is like the crazy difference from however long ago this was to nowadays. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Look at that. Like from a technological standpoint, this thing is wild. It's bizarrely old. Also, that's a really great ASRock board. That's a really great ASRock board.
It's nice.
So nobody told me what this build was. Drake didn't believe that I did not know, and so I know he's watching this right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is OG.
Yeah, this is some old stuff. So we'll have to see what we're gonna load on here. I did give it a 4 terabyte drive with Windows 11 installed. So we'll let you guys know, in the Discord or something once we get this thing tested after the show, and assuming it turns on. This thing could just totally not turn on. Oh, look at this Zalman sticker.
Yeah.
Ooh. I won't unpeel it, Zach. We got this sweet Zalman sticker if you want to show off that you bought a Zalman CPU cooler. Excuse me.
A sticker. Is it scratch and sniff? Does it smell like blueberry?
Let's see.
Or does it just smell like old?
Smells like thermal paste.
Oh my gosh. All right. So also, one thing to notice about this case, and even the back, like in modern cases, all of those slot covers are usually vented to help add with ventilation. These are solid. Solid.
Yep, they are. And these are the kind that you like break out. Like they don't screw back in. You bend them back and forth and break them off. So if you got a new card and it didn't line up, well, that means you just got an extra hole in there.
Yep. That's the way it is. Like. Okay, now are you plugging the hard drive in right now?
Yeah, just getting it mounted behind this fan. Yeah.
I'll get
Now
you
the one thing I will say, we
screws.
do have it's definitely a modern drive. This is this is a 4 terabyte Western Digital hard drive, Western Digital Blue. Now but how does this connect to the board if it's a modern drive?
So this board still has a couple SATA connections, so we can use those. So that's what we'll be using, regular SATA.
Okay.
SATA's been around for a long time. This board was probably like, oh my goodness, this board has SATA and not IDE. How cool, back in the day. So we've got 4 SATA connections here. So we're gonna have 2 of these for each of our optical drives and 1 for our hard drive. And yes, this does have the floppy disk reader in it, but sadly we will not be plugging that in.
Yeah, King's Quest. I have King's Quest on a thumb drive at home. I'm playing it on my system now. Hey, you want to know something? King's Quest was the first game that had spoken dialogue in it in '93.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice. Alrighty, so we've got optical drives, hard drive, front fan. Hayden, how are you doing on that CPU cooler?
Throttling.
It's taking you a while, man.
It's the retention kit I created.
You know? Oh, hey, look, this case has a stamped QC pass right here in the bottom. You see that?
Wow.
Of October 26th, 2009. That was the year I graduated high school.
That is.
Okay,
What?
so I guess we'll just.
Jesus, I'm old.
I know why I was struggling.
Sorry, I need to show off my new
Retention kit goes
tattoo
on
that I
a
got.
different way. It goes like that.
What?
I was putting it. The
Oh
other
my
way around.
goodness! Why does it go on that way?
It goes on like this.
That
I was
is-
trying to do that the whole time. That wouldn't work.
Watch the overhead. Show the overhead.
It goes like that. It
That's so weird.
falls into the socket, so it wasn't lining up.
That's hilarious.
So
Well, we're just going to keep prepping this case for you, Hayden, and you're going to have to work around whatever we put in.
that's fine.
So,
Yes.
all right. So,
I'm gonna fill
Zach,
it with
red in the back.
I got red in the front and red.
All
in
right,
the back.
red in the front and the back. I'll grab you some screws. We'll get our back fan installed here. There you go. So you can see, Zach, this case has this strategic window cut out right here for us to run our fan wire. Very smart, very good cable design here. And we can either do 3-pin or Molex.
Strike Boy, hi, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. We're doing all right. It's Tuesday. We're celebrating 25,000 followers on the channel, and we could not be happier. It is an absolute milestone build, and you know, I'm
Yeah, that's right. Dirty Yankee.
I'm trying to find the right words to describe that
There you
this
go.
fantastic. There you go.
Branded.
What? You got CLX branded on you?
Boom. Look at it. Look it. Look it. Look it. That's how devotion I am. See, Easy Tunes. gets
Easy
it.
Tunes coming in
months.
hot with a
Yep.
soda. Right?
Yes.
This is this. So again, this computer's basic design will allow you to play such games as Castle, such games as Cubert's, possibly
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail.
The GOAT. So
Yeah.
something else to show too about like difference in cases, right? Our power supply is going to mount in the top of this case, and I have not test fit this power supply we got. I had to pull out. This case came with a 350 watt in it. I thought we needed to go a
Oh
little
my gosh,
bigger.
that's huge.
So I went with a 550 that was on the floor. So we'll see if this thing goes. But it's gonna mount up here in the top.
Yo, CLX Gaming coming in with a gift sub. Hi. Let's go. Congratulations. Oh, I got one. Heck yeah.
Nice. So, dude, is this even gonna?
It.
It fits.
If it fits, it sits.
Looky
What is
there.
with all those cables? My God, that's
Yep.
just monstrous.
And there's no hole for me to pull them out of back here, so they're just gonna be there. And Hayden, you got to make this thing look good, okay?
That's right. I'm
Just
putting on
so much
paste right
going
now.
on.
Yeah. You're
yeah, let's take a look.
okay. Hayden's putting on the thermal paste,
Are you
the
gonna bathe it?
20-year-old thermal paste. This is the original thermal paste that came with this cooler, and you got to use
Wow.
the
That
whole
was-
tube.
It looks just like
No.
it would have.
Is that the whole tube?
I'm not putting the whole tube on here, Paul.
Why not?
Paul, there's a lot of paste in it.
Is there? Okay,
Right now,
that's fine.
and again, I want to go back to this. That's the paste that it came with. I want to go back to the comment that was left on the Amazon page about it only comes with one small tube of paste, so you might want to pick up extra.
Huge.
Again, what? How did you run out of thermal paste? I'm so confused.
If I use more thermal paste, my system will be cooler.
Proof.
Also, Easy Tunes is in here, and I want to tell Easy Tunes I finally completed getting my Hunter built and actually had a blast with it yesterday. I had to speed through because I'd never played Destiny 2 with a Hunter. I'd only played a Hunter on Destiny 1, and yep, there we go. What? This looks absurd. How's that gonna? Yeah, right, Hunters. Well, listen, I still love my Titan. I'm actually not super fond of my Warlock, but I really was having fun with the Hunter. It was really great. So, yeah, I have questions, guys. First of all, if this is that heavy, is it gonna rip out of the board?
As long as we don't ship it to anybody.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay, so
We're
here's
gonna have
my
to put
next
a
question.
CPU brace.
Is this gonna fit? Is this gonna even fit in that case?
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, maybe we'll have to cut a hole in the side panel. I don't know.
Great, perfect.
We have
Oh
not
my
tested
gosh.
anything of this build. We wanted to keep it as raw as possible.
Right, case bonds.
So I'm trying to figure out this power supply. I got one screw in. That's probably all we need, right? Just one.
Oh
It's
my
in there.
lord, this is incredible. CLX coming in with another 5 gifted subs. Let's go!
Hey, nice, nice.
We got Super Dave, Mighty Endeavor, the Gummy Bear Ninja, PlayStation Loco, and Chalisher. Yeah. Bust out the Sawzall. Let's go.
What kind of warranty on this? Lifetime.
Yep.
And
For as long as it
and its
functions.
life might not
so
happen. Yeah.
From
So,
a design
alright.
aspect, is that fan intended to be an intake or an outtake?
This guy right here is pulling fresh air in, and if we can angle this a wee bit, it's gonna be pumping all of that nice fresh air right onto your processor, baby. Staying cool.
It is a ridiculous. I don't know. I don't understand why they would have put that just flat out on the side.
Yeah, so the idea is like back in this is like before, I mean, liquid coolers existed for sure, but this is like everybody was running basically a stock fan. So your fan, this would be giving you more direct fresh air onto your CPU cooler to improve your temp. So it was a really good design for the time.
Essentially, because if you're looking at that being your front intake, you need a
Like
little
that door
bit
shut.
more. You need a little bit more than getting air sucked in through these 3 holes right here to feed that bottom.
Yeah, that
fan.
seems like just questionable ventilation.
So having
But I do
side
like-
panels.
Yeah, I do like the analog gauges. I don't know why that
They're
seems
cool.
just cool.
It's cool.
Also, I am enjoying seeing Hayden struggle with this because I've
He
never
is
seen
struggling
Hayden
so
struggle
hard.
with anything.
It's hilarious. I
just-
shouldn't say anything.
It's very weird.
'cause-
It's hovering very high above the thing.
So what do you got here
I got the retention kit built just like it says.
for the 1155 socket? I mean, we could just zip tie it to the board. We could see if it works.
That doesn't, it doesn't
Yeah,
seem
this
right.
is.
That's all I'm saying.
Are you sure you
Let's
got the back
see.
plate on correctly?
The backplate can't
So,
go any other way.
I think
besides-
you have these on. Did you put these on?
Yeah,
I think you have these on upside down
maybe. That that
Let
might
me
be
see.
it. It's fine.
because we need these closer to the motherboard.
See, Paul's
So,
the expert in this, not me.
You have
She
to,
back in
you
my
guys have to
day.
understand, Hayden works with liquid cooling. He likes liquid. He doesn't like breathing the air across his system. So the
I like
the
the
air
new
coolage is
Yeah,
a
we flip it-
completely
you can't take it
different
all the way out, though.
sport.
You have to
And
loosely
once
put
you
it
get
on
into
so
it,
you can slip it under.
Okay.
Real quick, we've got our first giveaway for the gift card. It's a $50 gift card for one lucky winner. We've got 3 of these to give out. These are for Amazon. Everybody jump in, and everybody's also screaming zip tie. Just zip tie it to the damn.
Just chat really want us to zip tie it to it?
No,
Chat, do you
that's
really
all
want
they
us to
said,
zip tie it
is
to
zip
it?
tie.
Chat wants the zip ties.
I
Okay.
feel like we can.
Okay. We'll zip tie
Let's
it.
install it proper, guys.
There's the
That's
people
the code.
demand.
Oh, that's the,
Are
no,
we
no. Never
actually
mind, you guys.
zip-tying
They
it?
don't
We're
want to zip
actually
ties. That's the code
Alright.
word is zip tie. You
Oh,
have
the
to type
code
zip
word?
tie to get it in.
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
So we don't need the
Well-
retention kit.
Well, do y'all want the CPU cooler mounted how it
Yes,
should be, or do you want it
yes.
mounted via zip tie?
Yes.
What? Yes, you want it zip tied, Zach?
No. I
Mounted
want it
correctly?
proper.
Okay.
Proper.
Yeah.
How about
proper.
we properly install it and then we zip tie
Had
the
a couple
motherboard
of
to the case?
Zip tie the motherboard
And
to
then
the
it's just
case.
hanging in there
We don't
not
even
doing
need a
anything.
case.
We don't even
Okay,
need a
so
case.
we have
at
this.
this point.
Now, this is gonna sit
Yeah, the
here.
retention kit needs to go on. These don't like to stay
But
in.
what screws are we going to use?
The gold ones it says.
The gold ones?
I believe.
It came with an Allen wrench. What is this? Our gold screws
All right, you
need
said
an
what,
Allen
11?
wrench.
What?
Oh my goodness.
There's
It's
two.
1155. This is an
Oh
1155.
my gosh!
socket.
There we
Okay,
go.
so-
Cable guy. Cable guy's won the
Silver
giveaway.
bolts,
Congratulations.
Silver 3 mil.
Silver bolt.
Silver B.
Silver B.
We're doing IKEA right now.
We
Which
are.
are these?
Okay.
That's a B.
Oh my gosh. By the way, if you have any questions about things that you think we might be able to answer, please feel free to go ahead and pop those in the chat. I guarantee that we might know something about what's
There we
going on
go.
here.
Okay. This can pop off. retention kit back on.
You're sure that retention kit is on the right? You have
Yeah.
it upside down right now.
Yeah, I think it's some pretty.
Hayden, what is happening right here?
Listen, you know I don't build these, right?
It's fine.
Okay,
go.
let's take our RAM out, actually,
Yeah, that might be in the way.
since this cooler is huge. And where's our CPU header at? Up top?
Evan,
here.
what's going on, man?
I think getting it on first is still just feel like it's levitating.
And by the way, people, we have more subs and gift codes. We got more subs and gift cards. Just dig around. This is gonna be a lot of fun. We got 3 gift cards to give out. First
It's
one goes to Caleb.
magnetized? Oh my gosh. Okay, you got this?
I think so.
They're not.
All right.
They're not even magnetized.
It is. I don't know. It's been in a box for 12 years and it's still magnetized. Impressive.
Jingleheimer, we're doing a classic build. It's a classic build that and of course for the guys who are the fastest builders, you know, in the place, watching the struggle bus run here is highly entertaining, even though I know that he's about to throw that Allen wrench through a window.
Yeah.
It is an
hilarious.
antique. This is vintage. This is legacy. We'll call it legacy gear.
Yes. 100% legacy gear.
This has been on my desk for months.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. Once I saw it, I was like, I need this. Like, I need to have it. So if you look up a spin cue, it is a heat sink that's real similar to this design, where it's just a big round circle
I just
with
wanna
a
see right to it.
center fan in it. That was my first heat sink that I installed in
Wow.
my personal system. So I thoroughly enjoy like big
I don't
blocks.
seem right. It's
They
too
look
high.
real pretty.
That's yeah. This is absolutely wild.
You know what I mean?
Looking over here at the Zalem.
Okay, let's get that
Description.
screwed in. Can you get that one in? God, why is it not a Phillips head screw? It's so silly.
That again, that seems so bonkers.
Is it grabbing at all?
I vote for zip tying.
Here, try it now. Can you stick the other end in?
No, and then that pops off.
First computer bought was 286. Yep.
Oh, get it. I
Yep.
just popped off.
So we had a
Here, lift it back up. Let me make sure that's
386.
tight.
There was a 286 and a 486, if I'm not mistaken. I think we had a 486
What if
in ours at home.
Hold on.
This is amazing.
What
Okay.
if these go on first?
I thought
Zack
so,
is
but
so entertained right now.
I thought so, but these screws don't have a washer. Like it has to go underneath.
There are washers?
No, I wish. Wanna mod it?
We could.
You have any washers?
People may actually get that zip tie after all.
Yeah, we might resort to the zip ties.
I do have this guy right here if you want it.
Yeah, we do have a stock Intel cooler if we need to use it.
That's gross.
But, you know, we're going to overclock
No.
this thing to the moon.
How you doing back there, RJ?
So, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Alright. If we had washers, I feel like it would fix it.
So comparative to current air coolers, this definitely seems a little bit more
Ancient.
yeah. Oh my goodness. So chat, this is what we used to do back in the day when you were younger, when I was younger, when everybody was younger. Early 2000s computers was early 2000s was when I first started building my own PCs or modding the pre-builts that I had when I was doing music work, and it was kind of nuts. I remember I was so excited to get an AMD Athlon, the Athlon Max 2 or something like that.
Push it all the way over so it holds
And it was, I mean, and that was a great processor at the time, but it was, you know, old as dirt now.
Yeah.
I had a AMD Phenom 2 Black Edition. That was.
Oh, there we go.
Same. That was the first. Yeah. That was the first computer ever built. Was AMD Phenom 2 Black. That was awesome. All right, so let's do this.
See here. That was the one. That was what it was. It was that I was jazzed because it was my first 64-bit processor.
I don't know.
Despite the age of the technology, the appearance of this fan is actually really cool. It's really cool to look at. I wonder what its efficiency is and how well it will work. Like how well it would work on a modern processor just because of the heat difference.
How much lower that got. Like that helped.
Yeah, you might need more thermal paste though.
For sure. Yeah, more thermal paste, Hayden.
I think it's a.
You just had these in like that?
That's how
So
it's
it is
supposed to go.
pure copper.
Oh, yeah,
So that does have
It is across all the way. Nice.
real
Did it fall in?
real
The
good
two holes that it falls into, it has to go
heat
sideways.
transfer properties.
I don't know why, but.
It's a Zalman.
You gotta push the black piece all the way over so it holds the silver piece in.
Zalman air coolers. We sound like almonds because we're nuts. What?
Is that a nut thing?
Yes.
I don't know it.
Right, Back to the Future called. They want their PC back.
We're trying to give it to them. You know?
We're trying to build the time machine.
Yep. All right, we think
So let me just make sure this lines up.
Hayden did some custom modding and added a couple washers to this. Did those washers come with the cooler? Or did you add those from?
Added 'em.
No.
Those are our own stock. So we'll see if this gets us there.
Great.
Yeah, I guess while Hayden's doing, let me see that AOL disk real quick, Zach. We'll see if this thing goes in. So,
Asmi, hello, welcome. Seeing a lot of people here.
this should go in.
It is. It does look like something you would see mounted on the outside of that DeLorean. Yep.
And then we push that and it comes out. Sweet.
Yep.
So this is
finally, you guys get to hook up a floppy drive. You talk about this thing so often, and you know it's your floppy connector. Now you actually have a floppy drive connector.
Ivory. Is there a
Right.
code on that floppy?
yeah, there might be.
Full of swag.
funny.
Welcome. How are you? Good to have you here. Yep. And that's a hard floppy. That is the evolution of the floppy drive of the floppy disk. The original floppy disks were these flat, little square. They you could bend them. They were very temperamental and fragile.
All right.
You got it anywhere near us. You couldn't put those things near speakers because they would wipe them.
Looking at this, Zach, where should we put our cold cathode light?
Depends, or
I'm thinking
whether we're gonna get
Down
the
here.
cooler on.
here on the side there.
We're buying Hayden some time here, guys. Let's
Yes,
see
we are.
our light.
All right, so
I'm sorry.
Oh.
do you want to do it top to bottom or bottom to top?
I don't know. So we have some cables that we got to think about when we're doing this, and it goes back to a control box.
Oh, I love it.
Look at that. It's got like plastic shielding around it. Look at that. That cable is so used to being in that position.
Where do you want it? This
Right.
position.
It's-
This way.
Look at this. This is like There's like those through-hole
what's funny?
resistors
I know
right
how to
there.
work with an Android phone. This
Did
is
you see
more
the
complex.
fan connector, the PMW connector for the heatsink? Yeah,
No.
it's got one built on that
That's
too.
beautiful. So these were made to like obviously just sit somewhere in our PC, but there's nowhere. It's like too short for this main section. Maybe, yeah, we'll put it somewhere in here. And then that will mount in there.
Now, I did have, so, funny story of stupid things stupid people do.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine, I want to say this is like 2004. We were definitely, impaired. And he was irritated with all the extra cords on his power supply, and he literally took scissors and cut off all the spare cords. I'm like,
That's
It
one way
ran.
to do it.
Yeah.
for a while, but good grief. Anybody see an 8-inch floppy? 8-inch floppy.
8-inch.
It's like a server floppy. Woo! We got another code out. Go, 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 code. Hey, it's Chris. Hey, it's Chris TV. Welcome. You got a PC for us as well. Awesome. So glad to hear it. Our customer service is definitely legendary. Super glad you're enjoying it. All right. Yeah, and if you
It'll take me
anybody
2
who
days
needs
to
this
install
custom
it, but I
cooler,
got you.
Hayden has 2 screws in. We are there.
I'm done. I have my last screw.
Oh, you have 3 in.
But the modding helped. I don't know how you were originally do it.
I don't know.
Paul, you saw that gap.
Yeah, that was a big gap.
yeah.
Dude, this screw
That's
is at like a
bizarre.
45-degree angle, but don't touch it. It's in.
Don't touch it.
Just,
It's-
it's in. Yeah, it is in.
Which way are we moving? Air.
So, oh no. Hayden, you put the cooler on the wrong, like the backward side, but it's okay. We're not worried about it. So that's
Like,
something
do
to
not
keep
tell-
in mind. This fan is going to be blowing this way. So it's going to be
Against the
blowing
air
the
that's-
opposite direction of our case fan. But that case fan can't breathe anyways because of this case design, so that's okay. We could switch them around. We could have our intake be on the rear and our exhaust out the front. It'd be kind of funny.
Why not?
Just
What
all
could possibly go
intake.
wrong?
Yeah. I didn't even
is-
think about
this is
that being
actually
too
amazing.
tall for the side panel. That's,
Yeah,
I-
we needed to be
I think we're gonna have to.
180 millimeters or 152.
152, huh?
It says
That's the size.
yes.
So we will figure
The
that
case
out
needs
when
to
we
be a
get there.
180 millimeter wide case.
I don't know what this connector is. I think this is Firewire
I
right
see
here.
why you guys stopped using them.
1394. Yeah. Look at that cool wrench, though. You can keep that wrench if you want, Hayden. For the next time you got to do this.
Never, ever, ever doing it again.
So yeah, just I guess something else that's just weird too is like on this front of the ooh, there we go. We have some USB connections here, and then we've got our Firewire, which is funny because this is labeled as a 1394, and that's the revision of the port that it was called. It was like 1394 point something,
Yep.
and
The
USB was that way too.
Firewires.
Yep, and there was a big battle between USB and Firewire, and obviously USB won. Kind of like what
Yeah.
VHS and Betamax or whatever. A similar
I
situation.
still have Firewire ports on my upstairs. So I still have my production rig, my old production rig, because it's got files and stuff in there, but it's stuck in a boot loop, and I've never been able to fix it.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
just don't want to lose all the data. And it's by the time I connected all of my books from Western Digital, those terabyte hard drives.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think there's one that's a terabyte. The rest of them are like 500 gigs, but they're Firewire and USB, and I plugged them in via Firewire because I was like, oh, faster. Slow now.
Oh, yeah, man, the wire's on fire.
also that. Yep, that's right. That Jason was just mentioning. Firewire was also good. Was also used for video. You could plug cameras in with them. Lots
Yeah.
of different things, and it just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, it was the faster connection, right? You might have just said that, DJ. Sorry if you did, but I think FireWire was faster than USB when it was originally out.
Yeah.
You got it all. Look at that, everybody. Our CPU cooler is mounted.
The IO shield.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at this
IO
thing.
shield.
I don't ever want to touch it again.
You don't want to touch it. You don't
Right.
even want to mount this motherboard.
No, Paul, you can do it.
You want me to mount it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Need a
He's so-
screwdriver,
He's
please.
so over it.
Do you have one over there?
I think it's over there.
Oh, okay. We got our big boy over there. Yeah. Okay. So, since Hayden
I
needs
am.
to go take a break from mounting the CPU cooler,
Well, actually, I need to put
I'll
the
mount
RAM
the
back.
motherboard for you. You need what?
I need to put that RAM back in.
Oh yeah, good call.
Is it? Are these the right standoffs?
Yes.
Greg, yeah, actually, that's what I'm gonna do. Easy Tunes was actually mentioned to do that when we were in San Diego, about getting that and connecting everything into a drive reader, because I've got an 8 terabyte backup server here that I'm planning on just punching, like just getting one of those little things that we're gonna hook everything into. The problem is that they are mostly SCSI and IDE. In fact, they're all SCSI IDE. I only think I have one hard drive that is actually SATA.
Really?
Yep. Because in that computer, that was the computer I was using to make and remix music back on in like 2002, 3, 4.
Alrighty,
Yep.
guys. So, we are going to be putting in this motherboard now. Finally, we've got our IO shield in, keeping it retro. We have gold standoffs, because apparently that's what was used then. So we can use this fancy handle here.
Handle.
Oh yes, that is perfect. The fan's definitely not fitting, but
We might have to pull the
perfect.
fan off. Or is the side panel going to go on?
Oh yes. Let me just do a little
I'll get it.
shenaniganry right here.
We'll have to
There you
do some
go.
more modding.
Dude, it just barely fits.
Look at that. Oh, yeah.
I'm
That's a good
so
shot.
entertained by this right now.
That is hilarious.
So that's what the heat. That's what not liquid gets you. Just
Yeah.
big ol' heats right up against your glass. Oh, it's so pretty.
This board is
Well,
like
and
warped.
and again, that side of that PC is also plastic. It's not glass.
It's acrylic. It's
Oh, is it acrylic? Okay.
It's soft.
Do you think? Well, this
Got
is
me thread this
this is
in.
so manic right here. Trying to get
Got
that
it.
in there at that angle.
Yeah. So something I want to show too, Aaron, I'll angle this a little differently. This has this right here. Does anybody in chat know what that is? I know it's kind of hard to
Oh yeah,
see.
I do, but
You know what that is? We'll give everybody a few seconds.
yep. Yep.
I can show it again. All right, what is it, DJ?
So it is a very tiny beep speaker.
Yeah.
And what that's for is that when you turn it on, it usually will beep. It is an error code. It's designed for error codes, so you have different beeps at different lengths for different error codes, and so you'd have to listen. If something fries out, it'll give you a specific number of beeps to tell you where the fault is. Yo,
Yep.
another 5 gifted subs from CLX Gaming TV. Here we go.
Zach, do you wanna
tie
start
it up?
plugging stuff in? I know you've been kind
My
of
goodness, and we've
chomping at the bit to get in here. Try to
I
spread
hope
the
our
love a little
CPU
bit.
cooler doesn't fall off.
Yeah. If our CPU cooler falls off, the motherboard's coming with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people would do wild things to PCs back then. You know, while we're letting Zach get started on this absolutely ridiculous level of, look at all of those cables. Jeez.
We're gonna
Ketchup
have a
and
lot.
mustard cables.
Yep.
Okay, so while he's doing that, let's go ahead and take a moment to head on over to something that I love to talk about, and that is the website. At CLXgaming.com, you can find some of the best computers you could think of. We give you an opportunity to build out your PC your way, the right way, and not with ancient parts. Let me be really, really honest about that. I didn't really give Jason much of a cue on that one, did I?
We're going to the
Waiting for us to pop
website.
in there.
Man, that old.
All
front
right.
panel.
Yes, at CLX Gaming TV, we make it as easy as possible to get your PC built the right way and to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a computer for gaming or music, we've got all of those elements here. You can choose your motherboard, you can choose your CPU, your GPU, and we made sure that there's no way you can screw it up. Our compatibility checker will tell you if there's a conflict to solve, and all you've got to do at that point is click it, and it will tell you. For example, if you have a motherboard that's DDR5 and you've chosen DDR4 RAM, the options are to either change your motherboard to keep the RAM or change the RAM so that you can keep the motherboard. That way, everything you have is compatible with itself. I'm still giggling here over that whole fiasco with the cooler. So, with that being said, that way when it goes to testing, everything works and it's all fine. And if you're not a pro at building or you don't feel like you're comfortable doing that, don't worry. We have dozens of ready-to-ship models already listed, and they are ready for you and looking for a brand new home. And who knows, it might just be yours. So for all of your gaming needs and everything that is on there is not what you see on the table right now, head on over to CLXgaming.com. Yeah.
Do you mind holding those right there?
Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry, Jason, I should have
Please.
a little bit of there.
Zip ties.
Oh. But it's slips.
Let's see. All right, so what's the first thing you guys are doing down there?
Getting a box of Band-Aids. Because
no.
as anybody and everybody knows, once you start getting into these old cases, you're bound to cut
Yeah.
yourself up.
They are sharp, always so sharp.
Yeah, the
Always
sides
so
of
sharp.
these cases can be very sharp. So we've got our case cables plugged in first. So that's what we've done. Something that's different with this is it has a speaker cable so that the speaker will work for our front panel.
And this is the last generation of motherboards. So like the motherboards that we're using now have like a different front panel layout. And
I mean, really, for as far
my
as
gosh.
tie-up goes, there's really not much. We'll just pretty much plug everything in. I think we just
I know.
bundle it up here, right, Zach?
Yeah.
We'll just bundle it up at the top.
There we go.
We'll get a better shot of it here
oh
in a sec.
man, those 13th gen processors needing 8 pins for power is crazy. This thing only requires 4.
Yeah.
And
I will.
It's only, not only does it only require 4,
So,
but
all right,
also
I'm gonna
there's
switch. I'll start doing it. Like
you
just
have to use
right
jumpers on this board if you want to reset the CMOS.
Here. Hell yeah. Yeah. This is just a 4-pin.
Yep.
Just a 4-pin
Yep.
CPU. That's it. No 8-pin. That's hilarious. So Zach's done a lot of the hard work for me already. You can see this is our front panel connections. This is that speaker we were talking about right here. And then these Molexes we'll probably just be leaving off.
Those
honestly,
are
because
the
these
power
are
for
for
the front. That's how all of the. So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
This is
our
the-
temperature sensor. The
Right.
green one is our fan sensor, which plugs into this bad boy and plugs the fans into that.
yeah.
Yes.
So we'll see. We'll daisy chain these in. And so really, we just need
A SATA.
a
and
SATA
everything
to
else
plug
can
in our
get bundled up.
drives.
And some Molexes.
So I'm gonna come down to our hard drive first. Plug this in. Hayden, how's it feel watching me plug in cables? A little weird. Yep, we swapped sides.
Yes, the Greg, the GPU is actually it is a PNY.
Is that fit?
We'll find
Let's-
out.
I'm looking for the tab. There it is. It's a PNY GTS 450. And once this thing is, I mean, it is a 1 gig card. It does have an HDMI and 2 different DVI ports. Honestly, DVI always confused me because there were so many different types of DVI. and the cables did certain things and did other things, and the other things they just didn't do. You never knew what you were getting. And again, that card came out in September of 2010. It is wild to think that we've come this far since, you know, in 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is sometimes.
All right, so we're gonna have this nice cable bundle right here where we can see it. Because who doesn't want to look at these beautiful braided cables?
Right? Just don't cut them off.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is there. What else do we got? Molex, I guess? Yeah, sure. We'll plug in all of our Molexes. We've already, the fan cable has ran out the back, which is funny because it probably needs to be in here. So we'll do that. And this one. Now what's funny with Molex, we'll show you guys, is we're gonna make just a thick stack of Molex and see if that powers all of them, because why not have some fun here?
Just stack them.
Yep, we're gonna stack them
Stack
all.
them up.
So that's what you can do with Molex. So Molex has these. If we can go to overhead real quick, Jason.
We're playing Jenga.
Yeah, we're gonna play Jenga.
Yeah,
So we're gonna be
basically.
daisy chaining some Molex together. So some Molex have 2 pins, some Molex have 4 pin. I know this is kind of a little bit hard to see. I'm trying to show you the inside, but there's 2 pins, there's 2 wires. So we can plug those in there. Molexes are a pain because sometimes they like to pop out. We'll get one coming in from our power supply. Now our power supply is gonna have 4. What do these have?
I am fascinated by this.
Yeah, so we're gonna, so for this to work, we need to get the 4 power into this.
And now, does it matter which, do you need to connect the right power to the right ribbon to the right spot, right? Or is it?
It really doesn't matter. You can do this any way possible. Now, these are a 4-pin Molex, so I want to use our 4-pin power for it. But this is going to give this whole strand of cables power right here. So our power will be coming into this connection, which I'm going to, oh, this one is separate. This one is, wait, is it? Yeah, this one's separate. No?
It's meant
I don't
for,
know.
like,
We'll find out.
3 different things.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And it's a Casio, not a Timex.
We're building a time machine.
Oh, my
Get it
watch.
right, people. God.
Yeah, vintage watch for a vintage build. I didn't even plan that. I just like the Casios. Okay, so that's all in. Look at all these fans that are, oh my goodness.
The tiles
Okay.
is great. I'm loving it.
All right, would you like to do the video card, Hayden?
Yeah, we can.
It's been a while. Have you recovered
Yeah,
from the
the
CPU
rage
cooler?
quit is over.
Okay. So,
Round 2. Do we have another giveaway coming? Uh-oh. Or is it a code? Which one?
this.
I'm excited to see what it is.
Oh,
Boom, it's in there. All right, you got to plug it in,
Sorry,
too.
my grandfather called them these frustrating.
Right here.
Tyson,
Raven, what?
nice
Yes.
watch.
Well, nice watch. Yes, there we go. Everybody, nice watch is the key. Go for it. Go, 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 go.
Get it in there.
Let's go. Somebody
funny.
is about to win another $50 gift card from Amazon. Again, is our way of saying thank you so much for helping us reach a milestone of 25,000 followers, and our channel is still growing. Still growing, absolutely incredible. We're at almost 27,000, which is amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
I think we should leave it.
Because
like
Nightbot
this.
is rude.
Yeah, I'm 100% down to leave it like that. Why not? We do need to plug in this, though. We need to
You're
keep
all
a
good.
Molex for this.
I got a Molex.
You got a Molex for
Yep,
this?
I got Molex for you right here.
Okay. So I don't even know. I guess we install. You want to install this first?
I believe
Oh.
that's how they put that.
How we should? That's so
Oh.
funny.
You sound so disappointed and annoyed.
Well, look at this.
It's a power button.
This
Who
is how
doesn't like having
this
a
is how
power
we
button?
control our underglow.
That is, but yeah, the way that it looks, it's just.
I'm not disappointed. I'm concerned.
This may or may not catch fire.
This may or may not be a
Oh
bomb.
my God.
We should have used a 1600 watt power
Yeah,
supply for
because
this.
this doesn't have enough power.
Plugged all the Molexes into one. You got that secured in there, Hayden? Should we just throw this in there, just all randomly?
Yeah, we don't even need to mount it. Or
Just
We won't
haphazardly
even-
Have
let
it
it
away.
fall.
Well,
Slide around.
that's how you built the systems back in the thousands.
Yeah.
You just, you know.
It was just cool that it was there.
You put it in there, you slap your side on,
Congrats
and
to
you're
our
like,
winner. It is the Nanotech has won the gift card. Congratulations, Nanotech.
Nice.
We
Congrats.
still have one more to give away,
Congratulations.
and we've got more subs to give away. This will be a lot of fun today. A lot of fun today. Now,
All right, so really, we're
I wanna
almost
know-
there, guys.
I want to know from you guys, from the three of you, how long do you think that this system will function before something burns out?
If it turns on, I think it'll go for another 5 years.
I'd just lay it on the ground, dude.
Oh,
Just lay
there
it
you
on
go.
that, down there. And
throw
do
it.
we want a SATA on?
Oh
that
yes,
bad
let's
boy?
do a SATA to the hard drive. We won't worry about a SATA to the CDs right now. No,
Just the black red one.
we can pull that out. So,
Do we need it, Paul?
yeah, this cable man. This is Hayden's tie-up. When you get a tie-up from Hayden, this is what you can
This is what you're
expect.
getting when you buy a PC.
There's literally
I
no
order
place to
one.
put this. We filled up all this bay with optical drives, so this is our cable one.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to use the red one.
Just use it. It's okay.
Find a black one.
Oh my God!
We won't keep that one in the system.
We
Yeah, how
didn't
many-
play we didn't play the zip tie game. There's like 2 in here.
Yeah, how many zip ties do you guys think we use? the game of this should be how many Molexes are daisy chained together. That should be the real
Right.
question, because I'm pretty sure it's more
Everything
than 5.
here is just. Oh my God! This is yeah. I have a GTS 950 or something like that upstairs in my in a PC that we built for the upstairs that we never use anymore.
Great.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, look at it from the back, guys. Look at that. Look at that clean tie-up right there.
Can't even see it.
Can't even tell.
Yeah, that's
Oh man, look at that spaghetti. Makes me ready for dinner.
That's how we tie
All
up
right,
here.
Zach.
These are what?
Side
what-
panel.
Oh, side panel, yeah.
We're paneling this thing up, guys.
Will it fit?
Panel is going on. Here, wait, let me do
Right.
this so we can be on camera. Sorry if that throws you off.
oh yeah. You guys definitely had to take that fan off.
Yep, the fan did have to come off of the side.
More subs! Another 5 gifted subs. We got Chastow, Hailshot, Cyberpat, X Chronic, X underscore X Chronic, X underscore X. So much X, so much wow. And Flyers fan. What's up, Flyers? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. Let's go. All right.
Okay, this will be
This may or
surprising
may
if it
not
turns
come
on.
on.
We have no idea. Well, if it doesn't turn on, we'll troubleshoot a little bit, but it could be the component's too old. Alrighty, you tell us when you're ready,
reciprocal, right,
Jason.
the CPU cooler is going to catch those cables on fire. It'll
Hey,
be
whoa,
great.
whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down now. Have faith, people.
Yeah, how fire. Yeah, do you guys think it's going to
Let's
turn
go.
on or not? All right, Jason's good. We're plugging it in. Now we got to open the door to turn
Right.
it on.
Oh, I didn't even.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't even need a
look
power
at
button
it.
for
It's
this.
glowing red.
Yeah. It's on, guys. Our cathode light isn't on, though.
Our light's not on.
Flip the switch on the
You got
back.
to turn it on.
I have this switch flipped and I pressed the button, so.
Well, maybe our cathode light is busted.
All I know is everything I plugged in worked.
You know what's the coolest thing about this build right here? The built-in cup holders.
Oh my gosh.
You can fit so many games in there.
When's the
You
last
could fit
time
an
you've seen
entire
an
cup of
optical
coffee
drive?
in there. This is
I'm fairly certain I have some floppy disks at home with code on them, so you can floppy disk malware onto a computer if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
wow.
Well,
Remember boot discs?
Yes.
Windows boot discs? Oh my
I
gosh.
love it.
Oh,
Look at
Yep.
it.
oh look at all the cables spilling out.
There's something. That's so pretty.
This is so great. Oh my gosh. Once again, for those of you who wanted a little bit of a breakdown on what we've got in this case, this is a...
Look at that.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Now it's all on.
Oh.
All right, so this, of course, is an Apevia X Cruiser 2 Blue chassis with an Intel i3 3220 processor on an Intel DH61CR board. It's got a PNY GeForce GTS 450 1 gig graphics card with a total of 8 gigs of SpecTech DDR3 1600 RAM, an ultra-low LSB 550 watt non-modular power supply unit, and a 4 terabyte Western Digital hard drive, because of course it needs all that space, and that incredibly ridiculous cooler. This thing looks...
Jingleheimer, you could buy this in 2007.
Yes.
That's where.
Yep.
Maybe we'll
All
get
of these
this.
parts are between... Yeah.
We'll get this plugged into. We'll have Hayden get this plugged into a monitor sometime after the show today. Hayden's doing the after show, and if you guys want to see what this looks like, if it gets video, go to our Discord. Hayden will post pictures there of this thing, seeing what it can do.
And then when it's done, I'm gonna throw it out the window.
Yeah, that sounds good. You can really, you can totally office space this machine. Just take the 4
Oh my
terabyte
gosh.
drive out of it.
I don't want the
We'll use
easy.
that. Yeah.
I want the part that took a long time.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What's the
Zack
part
needs
that
the cooler
I
back.
want to destroy?
Yes.
So.
Oh, can we look at the gauges? Because yeah, Toxic Rat brings up a good point. Let's take a look at the gauges real quick.
Yeah, let's see if we
Did it
can
work?
zoom into the gauges. So, let's get our temperature gauge.
Yeah, stick your fingers over.
You
Oh
see
yeah, the
anything?
temperature gauge is up. We're below 30 degrees Celsius right now.
Nice.
Our fan speed is at 80%.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be on.
So-
Like, to be fair, that it. What happened?
What's up?
What did you do?
I'm heating the temperature up with my fingers. To see if the
Oh,
gauge will move.
gotcha.
Uh-oh, we're over 30 degrees Celsius now. Better get a fan in there.
Do I have a fever?
There we go.
I need more cowbell.
I need more cowbell. All right. So, and we've got our little light. This has been
A lightsaber.
Yeah.
It does work, and that is going to be working.
Barely glowing.
Uh-oh, it works. One more final $50 Amazon gift card going out right now. Who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it?
If this was a giveaway.
Yeah.
This is our dream hack giveaway.
Oh yeah, I like how you just leaned it up in there.
I propped it up against the CPU, heatsink, and the power supply to hold it steady.
So it looks like Iron Man's taking off.
It's like everything about this is what not to do with with a PC.
This is how you don't build a PC. Yeah.
If you find old
Oh
parts
my
and they go
goodness.
together, it'll turn on.
Yeah.
Woo! And
Now
another
we're game
5
test
gifted subs. Absolutely incredible. This is definitely functional chaos. All right, we're gonna see who won it,
Yeah.
and that is gonna. It works.
Ooh.
Explodes, right?
Yeah, it's not on fire
I'm
yet.
You guys
excited to
know
see-
anything? I don't.
I don't.
What version of Windows are you gonna try and install on this thing?
So we have, on the drive that's in here, we have Windows 11 Home installed. So we will see
Did-
if this PC can handle Windows 11. Hayden will
good
find
Lord.
out.
DJW with the win, by the way, winning the final $50 gift card from Amazon as part of our mega special Milestone show. We're super glad. Of course, this show is going to be in 2 parts again today because we've got an after show, and it's going to be with who? Hayden
Yep.
or Zach?
Hayden's got a
Hayden and
build
Zack.
ready for you guys. I don't know if it's going to be as
Perfect.
cool as this one, but we'll see.
That's
Definitely not
hilarious.
going to be as cool as this one.
So, oh yeah, the case they're going to be using.
Yeah. Here, bring that
Yeah.
case up here, Hayden. Yeah, we
So
can
this-
show you what a gaming
This should be
PC
interesting,
looked
right?
like
You
back
smell
in
it
the
before
day.
you see it. You're not wrong.
So you smell it before you see it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that case is
A Pentium 4 can handle Windows 11 if you bypass all the security features. Just can only handle one YouTube video at a time.
Nice.
oh wow, we got the big green. That's a gorgeous green case. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be building out on the second half of the show. So stick around, we've got a lot to do here. You can always catch up on all the latest and greatest things going on with CLX Gaming at our social media. That is YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter, along with our Discord. Oh my goodness, along with our Discord at discord.gg/CLX Gaming. You can find codes there, on here, and over on my channel. I'll be playing the new Destiny today. That's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll definitely have a code for you over there later in the afternoon. And I know I'm still just jazzed about this. I'm so distracted at the moment.
Hold on.
So thank you once again, everybody.
Wait.
Get it,
Before we go.
absolutely-
Before we go.
Yeah.
Oh God, do it. We absolutely appreciate everybody getting us here. We've got more to come.
Cup holder.
There you go. Look at that. Perfect. That's what it's for. That's exactly what it does.
Yeah,
right
or
there.
an ashtray. If you're into that.
You're welcome,
Cup holder.
Cameron.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cameron.
All right. So with that being said, keep your eyes open and make sure you pop in and say hello to everyone over in the Discord. Or on behalf of Kyle and Jason in production, Hayden, Zack, and Paul, I'm DJ BluePDX. Don't go away. We've got more coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. This was fun.
Guys. This was an adventure.
Arts.